So now don't try to fucking trick me, man. I know what's going on here. So I'm totally going live because I know like I need to continuously check in. People, like for some reason they actually give a shit what's going on. I mean, it's probably a big conspiracy. I don't like conspiracies, but maybe they're all plotting against me and they want to see me fucking fail and you know, yeah. All hail the destruction of this stupid fucking monkey on the internet. It means probably, little if nothing to anybody. But, I mean, I know that there's actually people that pay attention, and this all sounds yeah, pretty rare to those who are not experienced. But, Jimi Hendrix did a whole album about it, and you should probably go fucking educate yourself if you're not fucking aware. Like, this is kind of standard. So I had to like cross out number two on my, like top three things on this weird fucking like BS list. I was like, number two is complete BS. And then this is like the top three things. Can't do this anymore. And then I told myself, well, here I am. And there you are. So I was kind of trying to figure things out, and it made less and less sense the more I logicked about it. And then I was like, what time is it now? Okay, so it's damn near 10 p.m. Taking the fucking five alarm set, and I'm not okay. But I am. I mean, I'm okay. Wait, let me clarify. I am relatively or generally okay. I'm just not great. But I guess I've been like a lot worse, so there's that. Yeah, I'm better than the relative not great thing, but okay. But there's water in this room. But there it is. Placed it in a non-logical place, but yeah, it was not that difficult to retrieve. So my brain is so like I was talking to the guy. Sleeping bill. Yeah, fuck no. It's non-prescriptive, like over-the-counter shit. And he was like, "Well, yeah, of course you want to go into work and your brain be firing on all eight cylinders." And I was like, "Eight cylinders? Are you kidding me? Like, how do you want to fucking Let me double that for you. Do you want normal everyday I mean proactive worker, or do you want the dude who's fucking like doubling down on your fucking digits, like I'm gonna fucking come down here fucking whistling Dixie. So let me like fucking, because this makes no fucking sense. I'm all discombobulated, but I made a thing that made sense, and I feel like I don't know if I should read it, but I wanted to read it. And it's like really difficult, right? But all of this is relevant, completely relevant if you're following the story, which is my story, which is completely inconsequential to most of the universe and everything. Just one dude. But if you're following, I mean, thank you. One time I thought there was a point in writing this down, and I'm not really sure if that's really true anymore. I just have to keep writing because it's the only thing I can do. I don't know what else I'm supposed to be doing. Well, work, make money, try to survive. It's kind of important. But then, this whole like try to figure that shit out. Get in the screen. Come Are we going left, right, up, down? I can't figure it out. I'm multi-universally directional. I have a Cadillac. That's a lie, but everybody can believe it right now. I own 3 Cadillacs and a Mercedes Benz. It's untrue, but according to your perspective, there's a table and there's like 8 versions of me because we're in a what? How many dimensions are there in this universe? I'm completely confused right now. What the fuck? I'm reading through my own notations and I don't understand it. This is all just back ass words. Completely fucking out of fucking. I'm better than I was the last time I fucking started losing my shit. But now I feel like I've got like complete hold of my shit, and it's still like not entirely solid. Like I don't want to make like diarrhea references, but that's what it sounds like, and that's what it is. You just kind of like everything starts flowing through you, and you got no fucking filter left. You're just like, hey man, I'm gonna fucking feed you my experience, fucking through a fucking rubber tube, whether you like it or not. I'll put it, direct line into your fucking esophagus. I don't care. You're gonna fucking digest what I got to say. But really, like, that's all bullshit. So I'm just like making something up, projecting it into the universe, and kind of seeing what happens. And this is almost like some crazy esoteric Alan Watts type of shit. Oh, I'm projecting my own fucking universe, and right, people are listening to me. Wow, I'm so fascinating. And everybody, well, most everybody already has a solution for me. Well, sir, you've lost touch with reality. Somewhere back along the way, you should have, made a left, and instead you've made 2 rights, and you've ended up in a coconut tree, and we've been trying to get you down ever since. And I all these terrible accents, they're stupid. There's nothing. It's juvenile. It's something back here. My psyche, my brain told me that you cowards, you liars, you traitors, you fools, expose yourself for the frauds that you are. We all came from nothing. We all contribute something. Expose yourself now before. Never ended the poem because that's the type of dude I am. I could write like that and not finish the poem because I'm I'm not a finisher. I mean, when I finish hard, But I mean, it's not all the time that I finish. What is it fucking random notes from like 7 years ago? Makes no fucking sense at all. Write down things which you have learned, and try to do so legibly, if possible, and with frequency. Yeah, thanks for the fucking advice. Yeah, good fucking job, me. Yeah, read Nietzsche. Yeah, I remember that one. Read Nietzsche. Fucking, constant path to self-destruction. Nothing matters. Classic atheist rubric. And then who cares about any of this shit? But like, I was trying to see, like, I wrote, maybe a quarter of an autobiography a few years back in the same fucking book, and then I kind of just put it down, and I was like, well, it's kind of bullshit, and I have to go and there's a lot of work in trying to do a detailed autobiography, and my family is pissed off at me, even for what I put on YouTube, like trying to be vague. And it's like, well, if I put out an autobiography that's like, legit, then there's no vagary left. They're like, okay, you go search the genealogy, whatever, public records and shit, and so they're already tripping. So I was like, okay, so I had already pretty much planned to put it out post mortem, but now I feel like the more my memory lapses over time, but then I have like these like spurts where I remember a lot of I have a lot of vivid recollections that like don't come back normally, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should record that now because I know that's kind of a flawed recollection. I'm going to remember it in a certain way, but at least I know the event happened. Like it's relative to me. Like there were other people there. The shit fucking happened. They might have a different perspective, but I'm not like making shit up out of whole cloth, right? But like, what is the importance of writing that down, document? And it relates to like everything that I go through, like in my personal life, my work life, where like if I misrepresent a certain detail in a thing and I catch myself later, like I'm kicking myself in the ass. I'm like, why weren't you paying better attention? What was going on in your brain that you didn't see, brown from gray or whatever the fuck that stupid minute detail was? And it probably wasn't that important to most people, but like, I don't know, your family history, dementia and shit. They better put a bullet in me before they put me in the fucking home. I just realized I was on the other channel reading from this fucking book. No idea what any of these words mean. They're all nonsense without something behind them. My nose is running like a sieve, and I haven't been online in like fucking a week. The all end up is not actually a song, and my throat is fucked up. The time it is to, like, honestly, can I even like? I'm not gonna complain about my fingers, but I will complain about like my throat. That's like a terrible, terrible feeling. And I think it's connected to my tooth, but I'm not a doctor. Be mindful of the time because it's 10 o'clock. So I mean, I'm technically supposed to go in to the place like mostly sober. I hope. Like they're not gonna drug test me when I walk in, but they were like, if you look fucked up, we're gonna ask you to respectfully leave and come back. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, we'll see what happens with that one. I was like, yeah, sure. Maybe I can, wing it a couple more days. Just, because, I like to ride the edge. I like to, oh, see, it's just a standard notification. I don't know. My internet's all fucked up. So, I mean, anybody who endorsed you that, you're like the best. Like, I don't know who would, bother with that bullshit at this point. But y'all didn't care. And I see you and stuff. I mean, I guess I don't want to make a big deal out of it. It's, I listened back to my stream. I was like, there's some really fucked up like audio portions in there where it's like, is this dude, for real? Is it me? Is it him? Is it like this dude totally fucked up the internet? Yeah, that's me. I fuck up the internet. I fuck up everything. I'm a total fucker. but don't accept that. Like I was looking at that earlier. Like it's like when you think about success and failure, and like how do you interpret that type of thing? So a lot of people say that I'm like an okay musician. I'm not like the worst of the bunch, and I try not to boast. At one time I said I was, the most fucking talented guitarist in the general Northern California area. I did make that claim. Yeah, because I was like totally full of myself. I was like, dude, I'm great. I can play anything. And I keep my schedule totally free. I have no obligations. Fuck everybody, except for me. Like, I'm going to play, like, the best music I can everywhere possible, except I never actually did that. Did I? I mean, I played some okay shit. Did I just make that all up in my head? I was boasting about. I was like, well, I'm very confident in my abilities. And I was doing pretty good. I had to play a lot. Fucked a lot of people over. Made a lot of time for myself. But I spent a lot of that time kind of just, being a jackass. Making sure I had enough supply. Yeah. You can fool a lot of people. What's the word? How do you say that? There's a saying. Wait, I forgot it. What's my line now? I don't remember. Anyway, the point was there's the cats. So, I started this thing. I'm going to finish it. And that means you're always writing your own song, singing your own jingle. Sometimes the song doesn't exactly turn out the way that you intended it to. In fact, sometimes it ends up having a completely different title and melody than the one you initially intended, and you're looking at your band members utterly confused. Not a true story. Never happened to me. But I mean, you gotta work around these individuals and groups of people. There's other individuals and groups of people, and this may sound kind of like maybe I'm not a very intelligent person. Maybe is this condescending? Am I coming across correctly? Hold on. We value life and death. Ask yourself such questions, trivial, futile. Write down things which you have learned. Try to do so legibly if possible. Fuck it up again. Hey, present rich, come and sphere, both blessed and questions are meant for being tempo. 1, 2, 3, go. Wish. None do will. So that was like something some stupid thing I thought about one time, and then I put it down here, and it was collected into the eternal cloud. Hopefully, somebody's storing some of this stuff somewhere because I don't pay anybody to fucking keep my fucking. I was like, I had a bunch of tapes, and then I was paying a storage unit, and I lost them. So, what good am I? My fucking bullshit attempts are stupid, and they don't make sense. They're all illogical, and yeah, I am inadequate. Just remember that. Every day, I can always do better, and that's all I'll ever claim to try to do, because that's all I got. Okay, I think I should probably. That's the last one. All right, later, and yeah, love y'all.